Here's the story of how cocaine in Britain got so strong. I was recently asked to research how Coke has changed in the UK because someone asked me a question. They said that they were able to sleep on Coke years ago in the early 2000s and now they can't. They asked me, has Coke changed? So I researched it and I can say, yes, it's absolutely changed. And not only that, it's changed in a pretty dramatic way. In 2015, cocaine in the UK was so rubbish that according to the National Crime Agency, who were testing any amount over an ounce confiscated, it rarely contained over 20% cocaine, and it often contained no cocaine at all. The drug was regularly adulterated or cut or bashed up by dealers with many cheaply available cutting agents that they had, resulting in much of the cocaine at the time having a potency of as low as a single figures. Cutting agents like benzocaine were being used, and they'd left a lot of people with a powder that looked and felt like cocaine with none of the high. But then something happened which would change Coke in the UK forever, and that's when the authorities, the police and the National Crime Agency, decided to crack down on the sale and distributions of many of the cutting agents that the dealers were using to bulk out the Coke. As a result of that, dealers were finding it harder to get hold of these cutting agents, or they were more reluctant to sort of handle the cutting agents because of the increased risk. So then a decision was made. Many dealers decided rather than taking the extra risk to find the cutting agents and bulk out the drug, they would actually just sell it purer, but for more money. So according to the National Crime Agency, by 2017, there was a big spike in the potency of cocaine in the UK. They were by then testing much stronger samples. A lot of them were containing between 60 and 80%, which is much, much stronger. And around that time, the Albanians came into the Coke business in the UK and aggressively muscled in, taking over many of the Coke businesses in the UK, most of them, in fact, apart from the city of Liverpool. But they got massive footholds in elsewhere, and by sort of supercharging the efficiency in which they were delivering cocaine, they sort of made this more stronger cocaine available on a much wider scale, like I said, by using this efficiency, but also by using extreme violence to sort of deter other dealers. And as a result of these, we have much stronger cocaine in the UK now, and you can see that in the stats. When you look at the latest stats of how many people were involved in a death involving cocaine poisoning in England and Wales, you can see that their numbers have gone up massively, as have the numbers of people in recovery for Coke.